Hey, welcome, all my right thinkers. Thanks for tuning in to check out your boy, P Funk. Thinking right out here in the lab where I do what I do for you. I got something nice for you today. Hint, hint. Okay, let's do what we do. Rightism. 25 rules to live by. Storytelling. Story with a message. There's a message in the story for life. I give life lessons. You tune in and receiving them. We got a good thing going. I appreciate you. Let's do what we do. Right Thinker's mission, and that's what I'm on, is to enlighten, inspire, educate, and motivate you, the individual, to a higher spiritual level of enlightenment. Right Thinker's way of life, through a mental and spiritual discipline, daily will help and guide you to obtain your goal of spiritual enlightenment, aka know thyself. My mission is that all right thinkers do just that. Know thyself is an important thing for all of us right thinkers. Matter of fact, human beings in general, knowing thyself should be a goal for everybody who's here in the flesh. Why? You are spiritual beings having a human experience. That's why. So the question I ask, do you know you? Yeah. Nope. It's rhetorical. But if you don't have an answer for yourself, tune in. I can help you with that. That's what I do for you. Okay? A person who knows not and knows not that they even know not is foolish. Disregard them. A person who knows not and knows that they know not is simple. You can teach them. That's why I do what I do for you. Appreciate you too. Stay tuned. I got more for you. A person who knows not and believes and think that they know is dangerous. Avoid them. I do. A person who knows and knows not that they know is spiritually asleep. It's okay. I can awaken them. I'm the spiritual alarm clock here to wake you up with knowledge of self. A person who knows and knows that they know is wise. Follow them. All these persons reside in you. Right thinkers know thyself. And to Mayat, be true. We're going to talk about something I'm particularly fond of. I'm going to break down to you right quick how to know a sage. And then I'm going to tell you about the qualifications of an aspirant, aka right thinker. And this is, I'm going to break down what a sage is, what he does, who he is, and then give you the qualifications of an aspirant. If you choose to follow him, these are things that you need to be prepared to know and understand. Let's go. A sage is someone who does not live life based on the sense perceptions nor on the desires of the mind and the body. What it's saying is a sage is not into physical pleasures, okay, all the nonsense of the world. Why? You have higher knowledge or understanding of yourself. So those things don't make the tempt the meter move for you. Usually people get caught up in what? Sexual pleasures, monetary things. And those things are what? Illusionary. They're not real. They're not going to last long. That's why personal happiness and joy comes from within, not without. And the sage will try to get you to understand that because he or she knows that. Watch this. Now, he or she, again, have discovered the illusionariness of the senses and the emptiness of the desires and the futility of trying to what? Fulfill them in the time of space, meaning in this time of space, trying to make yourself happy with things outside of yourself. Never going to happen. But we constantly do it over and over. A sage or an enlightened right thinker knows better. So we'll start changing our lifestyle. Okay. Some of us keep doing the same thing. That's called buffering or Ouroboros. You keep coming back, you eating yourself and coming back again, regenerating. That means reincarnating because you didn't learn the lesson. You come here to know thyself. I'm trying to help you do just that. Moving on. Now, a sage, they have begun to what? Discover that sustenance. Here you go. And happiness comes from where? Within. Like I said, that I'm trying to explain to you. It is there that what? All desires are truly fulfilled. For the reason, for that reason, a proper initiation is important into a what? A teaching and learning under what? A instruction, excuse me, learning the instructions from a what? An enlightened master, aka sage, or even a senior student who is in association with the master, it is necessary in order to develop the correct understanding and the practice of right thinking philosophy. You have to listen, reflect, and meditate, and then implement. And you'll see that theory, that philosophy, that formula works like a charm. Trust me. Now, while the teachings of right thinking philosophy may seem to be highly intellectual to the highly intellectual mind, but there are nuances of what I teach, and it's a bunch of what misunderstood teachings that occur. That's the problem I got. I'm starting to see people teach what I think I'm teaching a little different. I was already bragging about we all teach the same thing. I'm starting to see that ain't so. So moving on. But this is why association, what they call good association with who? With an authentic teacher is essential on what? Your spiritual path. For those who are serious about their spiritual development, you will find somebody and learn from them. They call it gleaming. I call it teacher-student relationship. I'm teaching, you're learning. That's it. That's coming up next too. I got something for you now. What's the role of the teacher? I'm gonna break that down for you also. Okay. Now where we at? Now watch this. Any other, any other learning process outside of what I told you, learning, reflecting, meditating, any learning process or the subject is what? Anything other than that is due to error and it causes confusion, which will lead to what? More disappointment and frustrations in life. The initiatic teachings exist as an alternative to what? Ordinary worldly things. You need to get better. Ordinary ain't gonna cut it. Understand that. So for my Christian, watch this. Christianity having originally been an initiate mysterious religion. When it first started out, it was underground. It wasn't the main runner. It wasn't in the forefront until Constantine put it there. Other than that, you had to do like I did to get my knowledge. Go around the back, underneath the ground, knock 3 times, have the password just to obtain knowledge. Now we're in the age of Aquarius. You could just push a button, Google, and get whatever information you need. So at this day and time, for you to be ignorant of yourself, blame yourself. Moving on. But for the Christians, y'all started out like everybody else, underground. And watch this. And there was no difference in its approach of what? Your transference of the teachings from what? Teacher to student. Long before the establishment of Christianity as a religion. So please understand, if you're going to follow something, at least do your due diligence, do your homework to find out what you're part of. I got into every nook and cranny about my Egyptian yoga system, my philosophy that I follow. I know everything about it. I'm not just along for the ride. I know why I'm doing it. I understand what I'm doing. So I'm good with that. If you're going to do something, do it. Don't halfway do it or, well, I'm going to try this. No, either you is or you ain't. So if you believe in what you're doing, do it 100%. Give your best effort. Let the chips fall where they may. But if you're hesitant, you try to figure out, well, they say this and they say that. I want to be on the right team. The right team, the team that you choose and put all your efforts in it. I know my Christian family love what they do, love the following, the concept of Jesus Christ. I ain't got a problem with that. Why? Because they're good people. They don't have to be right thinkers to be good people. I got a Muslim brother who same way. So it ain't about your religion. It's about you, the individual, and what you do with whatever said religion you practice. That's all. And again, I asked the question. I got a lesson for you. Is religion the root of all evil? Throwing it out there. Something to make you go, think about it. All right, let's go. So watch this. So prior, what was that down here? Long before the Christian, as we live, Christian, water, watch this. Now, water was used in ceremonies to what? Initiate new followers into the philosophy and the mystery of religious practices. Religion is a practice and not what, no, the Christianity is what you call it. Religion is following a Christian concept, a Muslim or Judean concept, Buddha, whatever, but it's practiced daily. That's why if you're a good Christian, you ain't just a Christian on Sunday. You Christian every day. You following the tenets of Christianity every day. I see my church family doing that. So I got nothing but respect and love for people who do that, whatever faith you follow. Because if you're doing it right, you won't have a problem with me in what I do. I ain't got a problem with what you do. Moving on. So prior to entering a temple in ancient times in Egypt and other countries, what they do, the people would bathe as a symbol of what? Inner purity. You wash the body in a symbolically of washing yourself, purification of the inner body. In Christianity, what? They adopted this ritual. Watch this. And it was used at the initiation of who? Y'all ready? Your boy Jesus. By who? John the Baptist. That's why y'all take them to the pool and you dip it in the water, almost drown them. The water is just a sprinkle of the water. It don't mean submerging people in the. Sorry about that. Get out of the rituals. I see the rituals, I understand them, but I don't subscribe to them. I'm not big on ritual. I'm big on the symbolism and the understanding of it, but it's not the end all be all. Some people just love the ritual. They just love the practice. No, you live the concept. Once you learn the ritual, you put it in effect. That's what they give it to you for. Moving on, excuse me. Where am I? I lost my way. Oh no, Jesus. Now, this ritual act served to what? Link Jesus to what? A tradition into which he would later initiate what? His disciples as well. You see where I'm going with this? A teacher of something that's good for them will pass it on to others. I'm just giving you what I got. When I got enlightened, all I could think was, man, everybody need to know this. I keep going back to Richard Pryor when he had his show. And then him and the three white guys found the pyramids. They went in and he started reading the book of life. He said, wow, these are black people, Jack. We was getting down. Wait till I tell the brothers. Three white guys tip back, start closing the door. See, they don't want you to what? Spread the gospel. And the gospel ain't religious. It's just spreading the good news. Gospel is giving something good to the people. So understand that. I'll be a gospel spreader, man. Why? Because I got nothing but good news and truth for you. Let's go. That's what I do for you. Now, but watch this. But what was the initiatic relationship all about? Hello. What was its purpose and how was this treading the spiritual path? Okay, no. How was this purpose to be accomplished? How was this purpose to be accomplished? Excuse me. What? These are very important questions, and I'm gonna answer them for anyone who's serious about considering treading the spiritual path. You should question what you're about to get involved in. You should have a bunch of questions, and whoever's teaching it should have all the answers. There's no question you can ask me about right thinking philosophy that I can't answer. Moving on. These are very important questions. Okay, so therefore, what? It is appropriate here to discuss what aspirations really mean, what aspirate really means, right thinker, and what an authentic teacher is. So we're going to start with the qualifications of an aspirant. That's you, right thinkers. When the student is ready, what happened? The master will appear. I'm here. All you got to do is tune in and be ready. I'm here. You do your job, I'm going to do mine. Let's go. Now, those who understand or believe will be what? Persecuted and ridiculed. I asked the question, why is that every good person try to help his people, try to change the situation of other people, they kill them? I got a brother, he keep telling me, you should be our leader. No. I'm going to be your teacher. I'm not going to be your leader. Why? They kill leaders. They let teachers teach. So I'm going to teach. Get the concept? That seat is empty for a reason. They want it that way. And anybody sit in it, red dot time. I laughed because I joked. I said, we wanted Michelle Obama to come knock off Trump, right? Good versus evil. She said, nah, I know y'all. y'all ain't gonna get me out. I got daughters to raise. I got life to live. Thanks, but no thanks. I respect that. When you know you good, when you know you can do something, but you also know the consequences of that action, you may have to say, but you know what? I pass. I'm with Michelle. Find another one. I'm not sitting in that seat. If they want me to teach, I'm your man. Moving on. Just a little quick tip. I thought it's apropos that she knock off Trump, but she gave the best question, the best answer anybody could, because that's mine. When they come to, why don't you take? No. I asked, Where's our black leaders? We ain't got none. They want it that way. So moving on, just throw that in there. All right, so let's talk about the qualifications of an aspirant. This is quick. When a person begins to what? To wonder about the origin of the universe, know about things, the purpose of life, and the cruelty of life that comes with it, the inability to be truly happy in this world, and the transitories of all things. Such a person may be ready for what? To acquire spiritual knowledge about the deeper truths of what his or her own existence. Who am I? Why am I here? And to seek those answers to such questions which have plagued them for perhaps many lifetimes. Remember, this ain't our first rodeo. Understand that. But the reason that most people accept the injustices, the cruelty, and the sorrows of this world is that they tend to overlook the obvious illusionariness of the relationships and the fleeting nature of the sensory pleasures, meaning the body. You have five senses. You can smell it, you can see it, you can hear it, you can touch it and taste it. And that's the extent of your senses of the body. You shouldn't depend on them for nothing other than to deal in this physical form in the world. But it ain't the end all be all. Let's go. Watch. Why? Because there is lack of inquiry into what the nature of pain. So people go on believing. That word right there, you can't live on belief. Why? It means you don't know. You can't believe yourself. You have to know thyself. Believing in God meaning you really don't know God. You just go on by what somebody said. And until you have your own mystical experience, your own one-on-one, you still just a believer. That means you still don't know. So when those people go on believing what? That they will what? Eventually find happiness in the world. They say that dream. Work hard, do this, get that. That ain't happiness. That's a damn routine. Happiness is being happy within yourself, doing the things that make you happy. If you like ice cream, you go get ice cream. You like to do what you go do that. That's happiness, just enjoying. Perfect example. Here again, I use life example. I got Friday, I eat crabs. That's my payday. When I don't eat crabs on Friday, I'm very upset. I'm personally not happy. But when I get it, I'm very satisfied. I'm very happy. See the difference? But if you understand what sacrifice means, sometimes I can't get them. Circumstances and situations where they're not there. So I got to deal with that. I don't freak out. I just take it personal. Well, okay, my man, you can't handle crap. Okay, it ain't the end of the world. But when you get what you like, you do the things you like to do, it makes you happy within. That's all. That's what I'm saying. True happiness starts from within, satisfying yourself. So watch this. Where we at? So they believe that pain is just what? A normal part of human life. We've come accustomed to that. And as such, most of us accept it and we deal with it the best we possibly can when it occurs to us. And we just need to be more what? Careful to what? Avoid painful situations. What you mean by that? Stop doing the stuff that's causing you pain. Those are fetters that you cause on yourself. Sorry about that. Just do the right thing. You won't have that problem. That's why. And in the future, watch this. You can avoid those situations in the future by just handling yourself in a different manner. They almost never what entertain questions about the unreality of the world. They don't question it and life in general. And when they do, what happens? They might turn to others who are what? As intensely involved in the world as they are. And by doing so, becoming once again what? Distracted with the burdens of life. Meaning if somebody who ain't as smart as you, they can't help you. You find somebody with advanced knowledge, hence the teacher, a sage. So what? They can help you and give you advice. All you gotta do is use it. They're not gonna tell you what to do. They're gonna advise you on what you should do. That's gonna work for you. That's right thing of philosophy. That's all I do. Give you information and knowledge that will help you. I do what I do for you. Let's go. Let me wrap this up. They got a phrase. Okay, yeah. Yeah, okay. Now, they got a phrase, ancient Egyptian proverb. It says, passions and irrational desires are all of the flesh. That's all. You feeling it, you thinking it, you feeling it, but it's all of the flesh. Are ills what? Exceedingly great. When you give it to your lower desires, that's the physical body, you are causing yourself a problem. And watch this. The passion and irrational desires are ills exceedingly great, and over these God has set up what? The mind to play the part of what? The judge and the executioner. What that mean? At Judgment Day, nobody's sitting up with a. How about that? I had a conversation. Brother told me, well, at Judgment Day, when you stand before God, no. Whatever, scrap that. I'm not even entertaining that. Let me explain something to you. Let me give you a concept that we understand. At Judgment Day, the contents of your heart, with everything that happens inside you, stays with you. At Judgment Day, they're going to examine your heart. And who's that? You. You're going to speak for yourself. And karma will come and give you what you deserve. So you have everything that you done right there with you conceptually. And if that weighs the scale of my yacht heavier than the feather of my yacht, party's over for you. As simple as that. I know his heart was heavy. So understand that. It's the concept. You don't have to agree with it. But what you tell me about what you thinking, you just way wrong. So why be wrong when you can get at least understand it? You ain't got to agree with it, but at least it makes sense. What you telling me don't make no sense. And my discernment is real sharp. So that nonsense, because somebody told you and you went with it, you can tell me, I'm not going with it. Back to lesson. Sorry, let me wrap this up. Again, I'm ending it up right here. A spiritual aspirant, aka right thinker or initiate, may be defined how anyone, watch this, seriously seeking spiritual development, not to question what I'm teaching, not to try to poke holes in the concepts. I ain't got time for that. So if you're seriously seeking spiritual development, knowledge, and you choose to enter to be initiated into my philosophical concept and into a lifestyle that's what? Directed toward spiritual realization, not spiritual superstitions, rather than perishable world attainments. Anything that you attain in this world means nothing, but you can't take it with you. Tutankhamun, we know that. They used to bury the pharaohs with all the amenities, and all that is still here. That's why we got it. The body's gone, spirit's gone. Body and decomposed back into nature where they said it was. Body to earth, spirit to heaven. If the spirit didn't go to heaven, it's going this way to another body. Moving on. It's just a concept. Nobody came back from the dead and told us about it. No, but nobody understands what death is. This is why you're saying, I'm going to tell me, when you die, that's it. And I said before I argued, and I said, you're right. Because that's what's happened to you. Moving on. See, if you're ignorant, they don't care. Moving on. But wrapping it up. But what is this lifestyle you claim so good? Right then. Now, what is required to make the goals of your spiritual life become reality? Listen, reflect, meditate, and implement. That's what'll make it a reality. You think it, bring it into existence, and you manifest it. That's how the world's created by God. So we created in his image, and we can do the same thing. Moving on, wrapping it up. Appreciate you tuning in. Who is qualified to practice yoga? And what does it mean to be a serious yogi? That means you're going to dedicate yourself to the cause. You're going to learn the lessons that's being taught to you, and you're going to use them to your best ability. That's how serious it is. And if you're a right thinker, all you have to do is implement, listen, reflect, meditate, and implementation of the things that you're learning, you will know for yourself. That's the goal. That's my plan. That's my lesson. And in closing, right thinkers, may you all live to be 100 and me 100 minus a day. So I never know the right thinker like you.